What's going on, everybody? We are in build number 26. We are building our endurance today. We are doing complex training, which means that we're going to be hitting a muscle group with weight, and then we're going to be following that up with some plyometric exercises. So I have a 44-pound kettlebell, a box. If you don't have a box, don't worry about it. We're also going to be using 25-pound dumbbells, or I will be. And I think that's it. Oh, yes, and a jump rope. All right. So we are going to be going through a set 2 rounds before we continue on. So that way we can get certain equipment out of the way. We have 30 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest/transition. All right. So bring those arms all the way up. Take a nice deep inhale and then exhale, hinge over those legs. Let your body hinge forward as far as possible. Bounce a couple times. It's kind of interesting what you might feel. Calves, hamstrings, quads, your back. Bring your arms all the way back up. We're going to bend the left leg just slightly. Extend your right leg straight in front of you. So reach down. Try to keep your hips level. So you're stretching through that hamstring. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale down. And inhale up. One more time here. All right, before we switch, just twist over to the right, keeping those hips level. Grab through the core so you don't fall over. All right, let's do the same thing on that other side. Left leg forward, right leg bent just slightly. Hinge down, and then reach up. All right, so we are going to be hitting up a squat, a goblet squat, so weighted, followed up with a box jump. If you do not have a box or something to jump on top of, you're just going to do jump squats. Like I said, only 2 rounds. So we'll hit both 2 rounds. We're going to hit those goblet squats and then our box jumps back to back. And then we'll transition and move on from there. All right. Let's go through a couple body weight squats, a few, and then we'll get started. Make sure everything's ready to go, especially if you're going to be hitting up heavy weight pretty quickly. Check in with that core. Make sure your back is ready to hit it up, those thighs, hips, and back, low back. All right, let's get this show on the road. So 30 seconds of a goblet squat followed by 30 seconds of a box jump. Ready, set, and go. Pull that weight up to the chest, toes straight ahead. Drive up through those heels. Engage through the glutes. So keep in mind what your purpose is, what we're wanting to build here. Not just getting from point A to point B, but what are we building, working, and managing in the process. Time. All right. Gear up. I turned my box a little bit lower this time, 16 inches instead of my 20. Just felt like I wanted to go more reps than height today. You can jump off or step off, totally up to you. Land nice and light. Grab through that core. Swing those arms. Time. Make sure that you need your brakes. Go ahead and get your weight set up. 3, 2, and 1. Sit your hips back. Keep the chest tall. Don't forget about that core. That's good. Keep it going. Lock into that core. Time. Gear up for your box jump or your jump squats. Here we go. Time. All right. One set down. Few to go. Next up, we're going to hit up lunges and jump lunges, or lunge jumps, as I've been calling them. So we're going to hit a single side lunge. So hold your weight. I'm going to stick with my kettlebell. Inside leg, if you want to hold two separate, that's fine. So we're going to hit a lunge, static lunge. We'll take our break. Same leg distribution, and we're going to do jump lunges. So just like a jump squat, except we're jumping in our lunge, not switching. So we're going to hit 2 sets, right and left, before we move on. Ready, set, and go. Square off those hips. Drive through that front heel. Open chest. More work coming off that front, pushing glute. Lots of range. Make sure you're getting all the way down and all the way up. All right. Take your break. Four seconds. Use those arms to help. Here we go. Push into the burn. Here to work. Set into it. Building endurance. Even when the going gets tough. Time. Whew. All right. New leg. Thank goodness. Square off those hips. Here we go. Dig deep into the work. Lots of hip hinge. That front hip. Make sure you're getting into that glute. Target those hamstrings. Target the glutes. Here we go. Build that burn. Build that work. Try to jump from the bottom of that lunge. Come on. Whew. When you can barely make it. All right. Back to that first side. Push into that leg. drive to the heel. That will protect your knee. Time. Woo. 3, 2, and go. Try to keep your range. Push into it. We're almost there. All right. Second leg forward. Here we go. You've got it. Find your drive. Find your edge. Push into the burn. Make sure you're not backing off of it. Time. All right. These jumps are getting legit. So last set. 3, 2, here we go. Keep those knees and toes lined up. Hips squared off. Come on, try to keep moving. I'm barely jumping myself. Just keep going to failure though, even if it's not a lot. And time. Whew. Good job. Whew. All right, got through those legs. All right, let's let our heart rate recover a teeny bit. And we'll gear up for what comes next. Okay, we're going to do a dead row and a Superman pulse. So you'll grab your dumbbells, we'll row here, then we'll come down to the ground. Lots of core. And then you're just going to pulse. Focus on your upper back. All right, only 2 rounds. I don't think it's going to be quite as much of a killer as that last set. Ready, set, and go. Belly locks. Squeeze those shoulder blades. You want a long spine, and I want you to feel your shoulder blades squeeze together. Think more like pulling your weights back as opposed to up. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Wrap the core. Nice and tight. Wrap it up, then pull it tighter. Whew. Okay, drop onto the ground. Belly button pulls up. Chin tucks in. And go. Focus more on the upper back than the legs. Flex your glutes. Pinch those shoulder blades again. Relax through the neck. Keep the belly strong. Time. How about a quick child's pose? Oh, bring it up. Second and last set for this. 3, 2, flat back, strong core. Make sure that your body stays still. Lean forward so you're getting your upper back. If you're standing too tall, it's too much on the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Same thing. Tuck the chin. Grab that core. How much pinch can you get between those shoulder blades? Keep the work out of the neck. Focus that back. Lock the belly. Whew. All right. Let's go through a cat. Get a little reverse on that back. Perfect. Okay, we're going to lie on our backs, going into a skull crusher and a burpee. So if you need to walk back instead of jump back, that's fine. If you want to stay in a plank and shoulder tap, that's fine. But we really want to try to incorporate that complex training where we're following up with the plyometric move. All right, so on your back, I'm going to hold 1. I'm going to hold my hips up in a glute bridge. Ready, set, and go. Elbows squeeze in tight. Neck stays relaxed. Also, when we hit our burpees, I'm more interested in what's going on with your core and your range than I am your speed. I think that so much of what's healthy about a burpee is lost when we focus on speed and just trying to get it done. We end up worming the body instead of keeping that plank and time. So I want you to drop with those elbows squeezing in to the rib cage. Feel free to land on those quads, but get your chest all the way down. So the hips don't stay left behind. Even if you come up from those knees, when your shoulders raise, your back raises too. Focus the core, triceps, and back. Time. All right. Back to those skull crushers. Push those hips up into a glute bridge if you'd like. Brace with the back. Elbows squeeze in tight. We're here for the triceps. So find your pace that works for you. It's the beauty of a timer. You might be able to get a little more if you're going lighter. You might have a little less if you're going heavier. And that's okay. The goal is to feel the triceps. Build those triceps. Time. Come up. Stay locked into that core. Chest hits the ground. Try to drop straight in to that drop. Use the glutes, whew, to help tuck those hips in a burpee. Okay, whoop, whoop. Moving on. Solid timing. All right, so we're going to have a bigger block of work. Hitting those jump ropes and planks. So we'll have our 30 seconds of a jump rope. Should be pretty easy, doable after our last several sessions with the jump rope. We've had a much longer term. So we'll go jump rope, front plank, jump rope, side, jump rope, other side. One round, that's one round, and we're going to go twice. So they'll add up, but it's going to be great. Okay, starting off with those jump ropes. Ready, set, and go. If you don't have a jump rope, just pretend. Keeping the core strong, the chest tall. Try to just flick those wrists. Time. Hit my box. All right, front plank. Only 30, so you get all out of it that you can. And go. Traction. And the space between elbows and toes. Tug up through that rib cage. Build that heat. You've got it. Remember all those isometric flexions. That's what we're going for. All right, back to jump rope. Wait for the timer if you'd like. Otherwise, let's hit it up. Okay, side plank. Same thing, wait if you'd like. Otherwise, let's go. Stack up those hips. Stack the shoulders. Push your hips forward. Tucking the tailbone under. Find those flexions. We're not here to just hang out. We're here to build, condition, become stronger, become healthier. What are you here for? Push into it. You made it. Now let's get the most out of it. Good work. Second side. On that side plank. If planks don't work for you, you can hit up a dead bug or a bird dog. Find crunches. At this point in time, anything that builds your core. You can hold a wall sit. Just train the body to find flexion through the trunk, under that rib cage, through those glutes. Time. All right, that's our first round. So one more, just like that. Ay, ay, ay. Whew. Back to front. Bringing those shoulders super far forward. Past your elbows. Tuck your hips. Flex your glutes. Pull the elbows back toward toes. Find awareness through different parts of the core. Front, the sides, low belly, upper belly, pelvic floor. Push up out of those forearms. Really tighten in. Okay, back to jump rope. Goodness. 3, 2, 1. Side plank. I'm going to sit my second side first this time. Go for a leg lift if you'd like. 30 seconds from here. Lift up out of that core. Settle your breathing. Stack shoulders, stack hips. You've got it. Open that chest. Here we go. Back to that jump rope. Keep it up, keep it up. Other side. This is it. Final 30. Stack it up. Open that chest. Maybe lift the leg. Build strength. Breathe into the work. Don't just get it done. Figure out what makes it difficult. Flex in. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Nice job, everybody. All right, let's take our stretch. Building endurance, keeps us going in all the other aspects, all the other things we like to do in life. Start with your child's pose. Stretch through those shoulders and back muscles, the low back. Keep your elbows up off the ground. Twist your left side down to the ground. Let your right side come up. And then twist the right side down. Left side comes up. Bring your left leg forward into a lunge. Tuck the hips under. Hold the core. Bring your right arm up and then lean to the left. Relax in the neck and shoulders. Keep that flexion into the belly. Relax in the neck. Feel the opening in that back hip flexor. Okay, we're going to stand up for the front hamstring. Just do it a little different. So just stand, basically a pyramid stretch, getting into that hamstring in the front. Scissor those hips, don't forget. Pull that right hip forward, left hip back. Okay, drop that back knee back down. Cross your left foot over. Let's get that pigeon. Square off the hips. Drop onto the outside of that shin. Flex the foot back. And then maybe just slowly walk that back knee back. Maybe after a few breaths, you can sink a little deeper, but don't overdo it. We want to keep the pelvis squared off. Make sure, along with developing the body and building the body, that you're building the mind. What goes on in our head, psychology behind everything, our subconscious is huge in our quality of life, in the way that we live our life and how we feel about our day and the world. Bring your right leg forward. So meditation, prayer, nature walks, sleep, tuck the hips under, reach that arm up, journaling, breath work. There's a lot of guided breath that's healthy and advantageous. Those are great building blocks to a healthy mind. Stress management, sleep better, be better for the people around you that you love. It seems like the people we love the most, sometimes we hurt the most. Okay, we're going to come up to standing. And it doesn't have to be too long, right? I think a lot of times we end up not doing things because we don't feel like we have the time, we can't carve out the time. Or one time we went to do it and it took an hour or 2 hours or a 3-day retreat. I think 2 minutes keeps me consistent. 2 minutes over time is more than never hitting those 3 hours. And they add up. Building successful, okay, drop onto that back knee again. Building successful habits, right? So setting up habits that you can hit, that you can be successful at. That's another little psychology trick. If you're setting up crazy goals that are hard to achieve, especially if you're doing this in time with me, we are just about to hit New Year's. So it's a time of New Year's resolutions, and we have super crazy, extreme, advantageous goals. And it's better to just set up small goals that you know that you can achieve, because your brain will connect with the fact that it's successful, and then it'll keep the cycle going. I achieved the last one. I can achieve this one too. All right. As always, thank you for joining me. Let's do it again tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.